Radar showing this really mild system that's been pushing rain across a good portion of the eastern third of the country, particularly though centered into places like Kentucky, Tennessee, and then Indiana. We're getting a piece of this system. The heaviest rain will be to the south of us. So we're going to see off and on rain for the next 24 hours or so, but don't expect 2, 3, 4 inches of rain like some of these areas well to our south that are kind of closer to that better moisture transport. Satellite and radar was also kind of picking up on some of these flash flood warnings that continue in parts of Arkansas. About an hour ago, it was kind of right through the middle of the state, Little Rock included, but now we're just looking at just 2 areas of concern for flash flooding. So with the heavy rain south, that is a concern that you'd likely find there. There could be some minor river flooding in places with some ice jamming in northern Indiana, probably more specifically northwest Indiana, but that's probably about as serious as the flooding is expected to get. And locally, because we're expecting about a ½ inch to 3/4 of an inch of rain for most, that should help us avoid some flooding too. Winter is our driest month, and so when we do get a lot of rain, especially after a cold snap, that's often quite a concern, is that we would actually end up seeing some ponding, some flooding, poor drainage. And while that could occur in a very minor degree, we're not expecting any significant impacts there. Current temperatures into the upper 30s to low 40s right now. So not a warm rain necessarily, but it is milder than where we typically are at this time of year, which would be the low to mid 30s. 43 in Auburn, 41 in Decatur. Future track showing some rain continuing to move north and east through northwest Ohio. Look at that, about 9, 10 o'clock here this evening. Pockets of moderate rain. That's kind of what this yellow indicates. It's just kind of a steadier rainfall rate. By the overnight, so we're talking about 3 to 5 a.m., rain will turn far more scattered and then eventually just isolated, perhaps even dry at times. And then as the morning commute gets underway, so will the showers. But the heaviest rain does appear tomorrow morning to be concentrated to our north. And as the system exits to our east tomorrow evening, we'll see one last round of rain that could contain a few wet snowflakes. Forecast models insistent on this happening, if briefly. We're very confident, though, that this is not going to be something that is going to result in any accumulation, any significant impacts. We're also not expecting a flash freeze. Temperatures will gradually cool throughout the night. It certainly could get slick after midnight, Friday night into Saturday morning, but into the evening, there are no concerns about it icing over rapidly or anything. In fact, the front that moves through is going to drop the temperature from Friday to Saturday, but only by about 10 degrees. So not really a significant temperature difference. Overall, about a ½ inch of rain, some a little more, some a little less. It's pretty good middle ground for most to expect here, with temperatures in the low 40s tomorrow afternoon and early evening, cooling into the mid 20s overnight and then mid 30s by Saturday afternoon. And some forecast models insistent that we're going to get to around 50 degrees on Sunday. About as insistent on this as they are about some of the snowflakes tomorrow evening. We'll see if either pan out. But at this point, it does appear that however cool it gets Saturday, it's going to get warmer by 10 or more degrees on Sunday. Monday, we start our cooling trend again. Low 40s, 36, mostly cloudy on Tuesday with a chance of rain Wednesday into Thursday. Forecast models not into a lot of agreement about what to make of a pretty potent weather system late next week that could bring a variety of weather scenarios, such as temperatures near 60 or a little bit of freezing rain. I know it seems like kind of a lot of extremes. So we're kind of parsing all that out. In the meantime, I'd expect at least a bit of precipitation.
Okay.